Hello guys, so welcome to another brand new video. So in this video we are going to see how to make Sydney Opera House in Rhino 3D. So this is the Sydney Opera House. I'm just showing the isometric view or the view of the house so that you get a clear idea while doing the model. So I just took elevation of Sydney Opera House, that is a west elevation of concert hall. So you just search in Google like elevation of Sydney Opera House and you will get this image in third or fourth row. So it's easily available in Google, so you can use it. So let's go into the video. So if you didn't subscribe, please subscribe. Please do subscription. So it will give us a support to make more and more videos. So I'm using an interpolate curve. I'm using or else I'm going with control point curves. So I'm just turning off auto. So I'm just tracing out the skeleton which I need. So you should join with this. Don't join. Don't forget to join the line to this point so that we need a point to be joined so that it will be useful for the model when you do the masking. So when it being joined, so we don't get an error in doing the masking. So only I'm just saying that. I'm just tracing the curves, tracing the shape with curve points. So I'm just tracing the point over here. Okay. So I just curve the line. I just trace out the structure. So I'm just doing the small one. So I got this. So I'm just adding this. I'm just selecting this and I'm just selecting all the points. Now I'm just moving further. So I'm just moving a little bit. So I'm just selecting these 2 points. Yeah, I'm just moving a little bit. Okay. So I'm just moving a little bit like this. Yeah. So I'm just selecting all the points. Now I'm just moving the points to this, a little closer to this. Now I'm going to use line command over here. So I'm just selecting all the four curves, and now I'm using surface from curve network command. So I got the network command now. So I'm just using mirror command right now. So we got it. Now I'm just using Ctrl J. So the surface which we created has been joined. Now I'm using offset surface. So I need the offset to be outward. So I'm using F enter, that is flip. It will flip the direction of the offset. Now I'm just giving an offset value. Maybe this is too much. So I'm giving an offset value of 0.2. Maybe flip all. So whatever I'm just doing is it's just on the proportion, like it should be look like the model as same as it is. I'm not working with any of the value. It's not to the real scale. It's like the scale is hypothetical. So I'm just selecting all the points, and now I'm just moving little bit. So I'm just selecting all the lines, and now I'm just moving it further. So I'm using line command over here, and now I'm using surface from curve network, so which is being done. Now I'm going to use mirror command. So I'm using Ctrl J. Now I'm using again offset surface. I'm just flipping all the direction. So we got this. Now I'm going to do the same for this one also. So I'm just moving around like this. Okay. So it's been edited. Now I'm just selecting all the lines. I'm using line to join the base. Now I'm using surface from curve networks. It's been done. So now I'm using mirror command. Now I'm using Ctrl J. Now I'm using offset surface, flip all. So it's been flipped over. Now I'm just selecting all the control points. Now I'm just selecting all the control points like this over here. Okay. So I'm using line command. I'm just selecting all the lines, and now using surface from surface. Now I'm using mirror command over here. Control G. Now offset surface. Maybe offset surface. I'm just flipping the direction over here. So I'm just doing it for the small one also. It's using new command. By mistake I have been noticed. Now I don't want to be inside this because it's going to be outside in a separate place. You can see in the image the smaller one is literally outside. So just move. I'm just selecting the control points, and I'm just moving a little bit further. I'm just selecting the control points and moving a little bit further. and now I'm using line command over here. So I'm just selecting this. Now I'm using surface from curve network. So I'm using mirror command. I'm using Ctrl J. Now offset surface. I'm just flipping over. So I'm just selecting the control points. I'm just selecting the control points over here. I'm just moving around here. Now I'm using line command. Control. So now I'm using surface from curve network. Okay. Now I'm using mirror command. Now I'm using Ctrl J, offset surface. Now flipping. Then I got this. So we got the skeleton. Now we need the glass details to be done. So the glass which is going to be done. So I'm going to use extract ISO curve. So extract ISO curve will extract you a curve in a surface to this. So you can see a curve is being extracted. So I can draw the curve over here. Now I'm just using this. I'm doing it for the opposite surface also. Now I'm going to use line command. Now I'm just selecting the line. Now I'm using Ctrl J, planar surface. Now it's not working. Then I'm going with patch. Okay, so it's been patched right now. So the surface has been created. Now I'm going to do this same command. I'm going to use offset surface here. So it has been offsetted. So we have given a thickness to the glass. Now I'm going to do this for the entire process. Entire frames. So I'm going to use extract ISO curve. Now I'm going to use extract ISO curve over here. I'm just selecting these two lines. I'm just using a line to extract. I'm just joining the line below to create a closed curve. Now I'm just using Ctrl J. Now I'm using patch. Now I'm going to do offset surface, which has been offsetted. Now I'm going to do this for the bigger one also. I'm just using extract ISO curve. Now I'm going to use extract ISO curve. I'm just selecting these two curves. Now I'm just using line command to join the both to get a closed curve as I did before. Now I'm using Ctrl J, and next I'm going to use patch command. So the patch has been done. So I'm going to use offset surface. So in this, it will be a closed surface over here. We don't need a glass need to be drawn here. We need a glass in the opposite side. So I'm going to use extract ISO curve. I'm going to draw extract ISO curve over here. So I'm going to use line command. Ctrl J. Now I'm going to use patch, offset surface. So the patch has been done. So now I'm going to do this for the smaller one also. Extract ISO curve. And I'm going to use the same over here. I just selected the ISO curve which I need. So I'm just on this. Now I'm using Ctrl J. Now I'm creating a patch. Offset surface. Extract ISO curve. Now I'm just doing ISO curve over here. So now I'm using line command. Over here I'm using Ctrl J. Now I'm using patch. Now I'm using offset. So the offset is being done. So overall the model is been little bit off done. So now now we need a connection between these two, that is from this to this mirror. So I'm going to use ISO curve again, but extract ISO curve. So it's coming in this direction. I want to change the direction. I'm just changing the direction to V, or I can go with ISO curve. I can go with both. So you can see over here. Or else I can go with one at a time. I don't want a both. I go with maybe I go with B because I want the centered part like this. And now I'm going with direction U. Maybe a little bit bigger over here. So because ISO curve. Now I'm going to use interpolate curve with degree 5. So I want to clear angle. Zoom selector. So I get a clear angle. So this is the angle, perfect angle. Now I'm just so this is a perfect one. So I'm just selecting the control points by pressing shift to get a multi selection. So I'm just selecting control points by pressing shift. I'm just dragging a little bit further up, so which is I need. I need a little bit down maybe. Okay, this is fine. So I'm using interpolate curve again. Oh shit, I want it to be here, but I did it in wrong direction. So I'm using interpolate curve over here like this. Now I'm selecting the control points. So this is what I need. So now I'm just selecting the control points over here. I'm just moving a little bit to get a direction over like this. Yeah, okay. So this is totally fine. Now I'm going to use an interpolate curve over here. That is from the end to this. So I'm just selecting these 4 control points and moving a little bit further like this. Okay, this is fine. So now I want this edge, so I'm using duplicate edge to get the edge. So edge has been done. So I want to draw a line over here. Get the midpoint. Now I'm using Control J. So now I'm using surface from curve network. Okay. So this is totally fine. Now I'm going to use mirror command over here. Okay, this is fine. This is what I need. Oh, okay. So now I'm going to use extract ISO curve. Maybe in the different direction. V, because I need the center part. Now I'm going to use exact in U direction. So this direction. Okay. So now I'm going to use interpolate curve. Okay. So this is what. Now I'm going to use interpolate curve over here. I'm just selecting the lines. So I'm just using interpolate curve again. So now I'm using this, like over this. Now I'm using duplicate edge. Now I'm using line command over here. Control G. So now I'm using this surface from curve network. Okay, this is totally fine. Now I'm going to use mirror command over here. Okay. Which is totally fine. Now I'm just selecting this. Oh shit, see, I want this to be joined over here. So to the center. So this is what I need. So now I'm going to use interpolate curve again. So I'm just selecting the lines over here. So this is totally fine. Now I'm using interpolate curve over here. I'm just selecting the lines, I mean the points, and I'm just raising over here. So I want these 2 points as these 2 edges. So I'm using duplicate edge. Yeah, and this one also. So I'm just selecting the lines. Yeah. So now I'm going to use surface. Yes. Maybe I would have not joined it properly. I'm just hiding this. You can see I didn't join it all the curves in a proper. So I'm just joining it properly. So now I'm just selecting all the 4. Now I'm using so I get this. I'm just hiding the mirror. So now I'm using mirror command again over here. So we got this point. So we are going to do this for this also. Now I'm just selecting this. And now I said before, like the joining should be in the perfect center, so I'm just moving this around over here. So now I'm going to do the same procedure for this too small also. So I'm just selecting the line. Now I'm just moving the control points. I'm just using the curve degree over here. So now I'm just using mid point. So I'm just selecting all the points over here. So duplicate edge, okay, done. So I'm just adding these parts so that I can check whether the part is being joined properly. You can see the joining is not proper. Now I'm just adding all the 4 lines. Okay. I'm just adding this. Now I'm going to use mirror command over here. The mirror has been done. So I'm just looking over it. You can see this one has been slightly tilted and this is in a straight formation. So I'm just going to select this, select all of this, and I'm going to rotate a little bit like this. Okay. So before rotating, I'm just taking this over here. So yeah, I need a little bit further move. So I'm just rotating this a little bit further. Okay. And now I'm just deleting all this part because the elevation, you can see it has been small. So I'm just selecting this over here and using scale 2D, and now I'm just using scale command to scale it down a little bit because it's smaller compared in the image. So I'm going to use the same procedure. We surface from curve network. Now I'm just selecting this and using mirror command. So it's been mirrored. Now Control J, next offset surface, flipping the direction, it's been flipped. Now I need to draw the mirror detailing, so glass detailing, so I'm using extract ISO curve. So again I'm extracting ISO curve. So I'm using line command over here. So I'm using Control J, now I'm using patch. Now I'm using offset surface. So now I'm using interpolate curve over here. So I'm just dragging over here. This is what I need. Before I'm going with this, I'm just selecting this and moving to the exact center. So I'm just using this center curve. So I'm just selecting all the points. So I'm just selecting this over here. I'm just selecting the control points. So now I'm using duplicate edge. So again I'm using duplicate edge. So you can see the edge which I created before. Now I'm just selecting this. As I said before, I need to hide the part so that I could see whether the edge has been joined properly. So I'm just dragging the points over here. Okay, this is fine. Now I'm creating a curve from those four curves. Now I'm hiding the surface. I'm using mirror command over here. So it has been created. Now I need to see top view. Okay, so you can see it has been like this and it has been like this. You can see the back part is smaller, which I created. So I need this part to be tilted a little bit further. Yeah. Next one. Okay. And now I need to create the base. So for that I need the image which I want. So now I'm going to use polyline to draw the base. Now I'm just pressing shift so that it snaps over 90 degrees. So or else you can turn on ortho, it's up to you. I'm just using the shortcut called shift. Sorry, I need to do this. I'm just turning off the O snap, so I don't want to get snapped over anywhere, because I'm going to trace the base bottom. I'm not going to do a detailed base. I'm just making a block model of the base, because if you want to work with the base then it takes time. So I'm not doing that. Maybe in the next video I'll try to do the base separately, because it takes time to do it. It's need a lot of details over to get a perfect one. I'm just turning on the O snap to finish. Okay, so I'm just hiding the image which I don't need now. Extract, extrude curve. I'm just doing the extrusion over here. I'm just deleting line which I don't need. Now I'm just making again the shape over here. So I need to be little bit rotation. It's needed over here. So now I'm just drawing a line over like this. Okay, this is not exact. This is just an proportional which looks similar. So I'm using trim command over here. Now I'm just using a copy of it, and now I'm just rotating in this axis. Of course, the model is in like kind of this axis. Okay. So I'm again taking the same line and using trim command. So I'm just again using the same line. Now I'm just using trim command. Okay. So I'm just deleting this line. Okay, it's been drawn over here. So I'm just moving it. Okay, so it's been moved. So I think so I can use cap over here. Yeah. So and I think so here also, yeah, it's been capped. So the model has been done. Sydney Opera House, save comments below. I think so it looks little similar to that. I hope so. If you like the video, please like the video and share comments about the video. And please don't forget to subscribe because we are planning to do more and more videos about Rhino and Grasshopper. So we need your support, and every subscription will make us to do more and more videos. Thank you for watching the video.